two scientists discovered a new record holder for the largest insect in the land down under, and it's a fucking stick bug.
Ew.
Introducing
No! Keep it away! Keep it away! Keep it away! I don't like it! Keep it away from me! So yeah, this has been on my radar for a while. It's more Parz or what's up. Gosh dang it! We just started, and I'm already having a stroke. But yes, we're doing some reaction again. Here, now, Australia. Thanks. Yes, wonderful. Ah!
But recently we found a new one, because of course Australia has a lot of spiders. But recently we found a new Australia has a lot of spiders. But recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australia moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are
Hold on.
one of the several thousand
10,000 species in Australia. That sounds like a lovely place. Let's go to Australia, guys! Yay! 10,000 spiders that could kill you in, one easy step. Literally, step. You step on it, you die.
Spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web, the deadliest spider on the planet.
Keep that away from me.
Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes. And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I...
Whoa. No thank yous. Legitimately gave me the wiggles. Ew. No! Like, I want to go to Australia, but I don't want to go to Australia, if you know what I mean.
Bring those little nightmares up. What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger. How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough.
That's not big enough. I've seen bigger spiders.
2 inches is actually fucking huge. By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt. 4 inches of eight-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? What? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire
Deadly Spider 2.0
fucking planet? The Newcastle Big Boy. Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe. Big Boy. Only in Australia. Australia's scariest spider is hiding a deep secret. But what is it? Well, introducing the huntsman, native to the land down under, and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera. And look,
I mean, there's no way. I know you Australians are crazy, but there's no way you look at that spider and go, "Aww," unless you're like really crazy. You'd still go crazy, and I'm pretty sure you'll still panic if you see this freaking spider.
Defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 f***ing centimeters in size, making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span, and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long.
No, I don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Keep the thing away from me. Keep the thing away from me. Dark Maniac, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Keep that thing away from me.
Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, tank build. Unfortunately, the huntsman is turbocharged. Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However, that's his big secret. The huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP, huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a huntsman,
I'll be happy that it's not going to kill me if it bites me. I'm still going to be squeamish because I don't like giant bugs. Okay, I know it's an arachnid. I don't like giant arachnids either. I'm fine with spiders. I will say this now. I'm fine with spiders. I've had spiders literally, dangle in front of me on stream before, and I just move them away. Some of you have probably even seen me do that, or heard me do that. It happened a few times, actually. I'm fine with that. But for some reason, anything like big arachnid or big bugs with long legs, I don't like. It's legs, I tell you. It's the legs. I don't know why, but they freak me out, okay? It's why I don't like stick bugs either, because the legs freak me out. Even though they're completely harmless, they freak me out, okay? I don't like them. He boots me snoot.
Huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them. You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control. Nice. I personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you, they're pretty good company. Ooh. Except for the part where they cause car crashes. Yeah, you
was that actually him? I thought you said they're good roommates, and you freak out right there. I know you Australians. You just broke you Australians have broken your cover. You actually do get freaked out.
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there, and you've just dropped one into your lap.
No. Yeah, I would definitely get in a crash. I would so panic. He said roommate, not carmate, lol. Yeah, he did say that. No. No. I would freak out.
Now, whatever you do, don't panic or you're gonna crash the...
Nope, I would freak out. This is gonna happen.
This wasp is basically a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to...
Do I want to learn a little about it?
Australia, because of course...
You already turned me off by a big giant bug, okay?
It is. This fucker is the largest wasp on the planet, coming in at a massive 2.5 inches. Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge.
I know what he's getting at. I know the subtle joke behind this.
This is probably the most effective 2 inches has ever been, because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant. Pack and a 1/2 inch stinger with a potent venom.
What is it with Brave Wilderness? Like, I don't get it. You're crazy ass. You're a crazy ass fuck. What the hell did you join on? You joined into Australia. That's what you joined in.
As blinding, debilitating, can't move my arm, and electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp.
Yeah, I know where this is going. Good. I did this before. You booped my snoot. You come from a barn down under. I came from a land down under. I don't remember the lyrics.
Wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The Bug Harbor Butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them. That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight. This bird has to rearrange its...
I didn't need to know that there was a fucking xenomorph wasp. I didn't need to know that there would be a xenomorphic wasp.
Organs and skeleton just to lay an egg. This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time, and the absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see, this walking featherball is...
Or you can piss off in New Zealand, someone in New Zealand, and say, yes, it's part of Australia.
Actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same family of flightless birds. However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the kiwi's bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking...
Yeah, really thanks for that before I go to bed. You're welcome. You're not getting any sleep tonight.
Their stat spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful. With all of his cousins specking into speed, size, and some kind of offensive capability. So that leaves the question, what did the kiwi pick to make up for not flying? Absolutely f***ing nothing. Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight and 50 centimeters tall. This is because kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them, until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an...
Are we done with spiders now? Probably not.
Endangered
Probably
animal.
not.
But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generational violation of the kiwi, because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting f***ed over. You see, the kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking hit your protein macros in one meal-sized eggs. And you would think that is because they are large.
Yes.
And you would be wrong. Because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same size. A kiwi bird lays eggs 20% the size of their body, with the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs and stretches their rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery. This isn't a spider.
I don't even want to
It's a snake. Introducing the Iranian spider-tailed horned viper. As the name suggests, native to Iran, and you are all probably wondering why the fuck this snake has decided to attach a cosplay of the average Australian resident to his tail. The answer is food. You see, every known snake species is a predator. Some eat Bambi, others eat Remy.
I know when that was made. Fucking called out right there.
And the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely fucking loves KFC. But birds famously tend to fly, and last I checked, nope, ropes don't have wings. So how does this viper get his zinger box? The answer is again, food. You see, birds eat insects, and the spider tail knows this. So rather than trying to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of DoorDash. You see, when a viper feels like a meal, it'll start the hunt by finding a nice rocky outcrop to curl up on like a couch. And due to the camouflage on his scales, this snake becomes practically invisible. Once he's nice and cozy, he begins to slowly wiggle his tail back and forth in front of his face, perfectly
really
mimicking
does
the
look like
motion
a
of an
fucking
insect.
spider.
Think of this
At first, like the image earlier, it didn't look like a spider, and then he. Okay, that really does look like a spider.
His
Wow.
Uber Eats order. Meanwhile, up in the air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when, holy shit, a free meal! What a delectable bug, just sitting there on that rock. And so, Tweety Birdie swoops down to grab himself an insect Happy Meal. And just as he's about to reach his meal, Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was actually causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby, the kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin.
I never heard of a wallaby. What the fuck? That's a weird snake. It is a weird snake, but it's actually kind of cool.
Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania. And that location is very important to the story.
Wait a minute.
And that location Tasmania.
Australian Alabama. I thought, okay, you know what? You know, I may just add to the stereotype, but I thought Tasmania was actually a country, and I didn't know it was part of Australia. Wow, I feel dumb. Accurate? I wouldn't know. I'm not from Tasmania.
Very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and the nut. However, one thing they tend to leave off the tourism brochures is drugs. Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of illegal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine.
Oh,
with
got you.
Tiny island producing 50%.
What does that have to do with wallabies? Why are we talking about opium? What does that have to do with wallabies?
Of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies. And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state. However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security. Which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when crop circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a Town Hall 9 Clash of Clans base.
Oh, I see.
They were, understandably, absolutely bewildered by this, and some people even thought it was aliens. So to figure out whether or not it was a Halo elite drawing this shit.
So is this where like the origin of, you know, what we call it, crop circles and all of that? Is it really just animals? I always thought I was like some people making shit up.
I set up some cameras, and what they saw was this little shit breaking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the out. They thought the fucking Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby. This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him. Introducing our protagonist, Neil the Seal, a 600 kilo absolute.
I know of this. I know Neil the Seal. I've heard of Neil the Seal. You know, the one seal that, you know, super friendly, likes to walk in, or, well, however he moves around. A
unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under, who is known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes, we all still truly love him. But what are his crimes? Well, see, he seems to just fucking hate traffic cones and road safety in general, has regularly been caught trespassing, and then once he has been caught trespassing, belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block
probably
roads.
Scoots around. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to. I couldn't think of the way how to describe how he moves around. But Scoots, yes, Scoots work.
Plopping his fat ass down directly in the middle of them. However, hands down,
the road is wiring and comfortable
he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work. I shit you not. This motherfucker crawled out of the ocean, up the beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car. She was then unable to go to work because this half-ton beefcake was camping her driveway for so damn long. Local news had time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story. Now this is a...
So, can you explain why you weren't at work today? Neil the Seal was blocking me and I could not move my car. I was like, what? Yeah, a sea lion was, you know, blocking my car and I could not get it. was caught cheating death twice. Therefore, his punishment was to push a boulder up the mountain for all of eternity and never getting the satisfaction of accomplishment. Why won't my wife call me back? I miss her. What? The Waffle House. Thanks for first time chatter. Wow, welcome. She could even say to watch the news. Lol.
A lot of menace for a single seal to cause. But
Tasmanian tigers used to be on Tasmania.
Old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old. If you think he can fuck things up now, wait until he's nearly 2 solid ass tons of blubber and takes issue with the wall of your house. I do not think that seal damage.
I did not know they get that big. Holy shit! Holy seal.
And takes issue with the wall.
I always thought that Tasmania was an uninhabited island. I didn't know that. I knew that it was not.
I do not think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan, dude. Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
I'm dying.
This is the Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet.
Excuse me. If I had some glasses, I would push the button. Excuse me. Here. Shit. Excuse me. I think you mean poisonous. Venomous means it bites you and you get pain. Poisonous is if you bite it or you touch it. Smart ass, I know. Can't tell the difference between venomous and poisonous. Jeez! And you said you're supposed to be the expert in this.
Most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely excruciating pain.
Gladys would be so happy she would have that plant.
I mean, like, comedic levels of pain.
She loves neurotoxin.
With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful cunt of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after.
If they can do that, I didn't even read the caption. Peterson is insane for this. Why the fuck? See, this guy is insane. I've been saying this a few times, and this guy is absolutely insane. Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you torture yourself and put your body on the line for some stupid videos? It's not worth it. It's not.
This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed.
That is horrible.
This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt-F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
I said that at the beginning of the video. I said it at the beginning of it. Oh my god!
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts. This is Australia's most common snake, and that's quite a problem, because it's also one of the world's deadliest. Introducing the eastern brown snake, native to quite literally every state in the land down under. And unluckily for us, this asshole has earned himself a silver medal in the Note Rope Olympics venom category, coming in.
I'm running if I see it. If I see the spider, I'm running. If I see a snake, I'm running. It's Australian. It's a new Australian. So I'm running from. Why did he have to say the nuts?
Second place
More
for
pain.
the most venomous snake in the world. It is worth noting that third and first place are unsurprisingly also
In
both
Australia.
held by Australian snakes. Because God hates us. However,
You must have. Like, what the fuck? Why is it always Australia too? Like, why is it Australia? Why? I mean, thanks for taking one for the team.
First and third, the toxic middle child here is a far larger problem. Because putting it lightly, he's a cunt.
Isn't there a snake like in an island like off of the coast of Africa that actually is like you're not allowed to go because of the snake venom? What literally is so acidic, it like melts your skin or something. Am I crazy?
The eastern brown is one of the most territorial species of snake in the world, which is a scientific way of saying they operate
Golden viper, yes. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I know
the US
something.
home defense philosophy. If you dare put a pinky toe onto this guy's property, he will bite your ass, injecting you with a hemotoxin.
Don't worry. If I see the thing, I'm moving away. But I see the thing. I guess if I don't see the thing, I'm screwed. But if I see the thing, I'm moving away. You don't need to tell me twice. I'm not going to say, hey, buddy.
That can send you to heaven via blood clot in under 30 minutes if left untreated. But hey, stay off his property and he'll leave you alone. Right? Yeah, one problem. His property is your property.
Oh, fuck, damn it! All right, I forgot he said the most common snake ever in Australia. Damn it!
That's right, the eastern brown doesn't live out in the middle of nowhere like his slightly more deadly cousin. This fucker is so at home in the suburbs, he drives a f***ing Prius. You can find this burnt piece of spaghetti literally anywhere. Go to put your shoes on, he's turned them into a 2-bedroom home. Hop in the...
So what do you do? Like, if you... I probably should ask. I haven't talked to anyone in Australia. I used to have a buddy down in Australia, in the land down under. My boy having trouble with a long snake. Big surprise. I got called out there. I lost Ultra. I don't remember what I was talking about.
Car to go to work? Yeah, unfortunately, that's his car now. Get to work on the job site? What do you know? He works here too.
I was going off on a tangent. I was gonna say, what do you do in these situations? You like call animal control? Is there like a special snake division you call?
Take a shower after a long day at work. F*** off. He's moisturizing. You can't even take a shit in the comfort of your own home without running the risk of the dunny being occupied. In fact, these bastards are so omnipresent that out of the 200 species of snake in the country, this ginormous asshole makes up 60% of snake bites. What a cunt.
And 41% of fatalities, it just said, if you didn't read the caption. I can walk away and came back to you talking about a long snake. What did I miss? Well, you didn't miss much. You just more spiders. I mean snakes.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win? And the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely...
I won't fuck with the hippopotamus. Those things are... Those guys... You see it. You see one of those, you get away. They are aggressive and territorial. I don't know about the territory. They're aggressive. They're aggressive, all right. I remember, you know, at Disney, like, I would see... I remember, like, in Disney World, like, Animal Kingdom, there's some hippopotamuses, and we're just taking the, you know, the normal, like, you know, tour, you know, throughout the part of the zoo, whatever thing. And here they are. Here's the hippopotamus, and they're fucking fighting each other. It's like, oh my god.
4,500 kilos. I present to you the hippopotamus.
Won't fuck with them.
Yeah, look, a hippo causing a 100-long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Moodang has done for the hippopotamus community... doesn't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it. Yeah. You say
you can't hurt it, and that...
The hippopotamus is possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick...
I was cruising too. What the heck?
Planet packing an unbelievable. You can't fucking hurt it. Yeah. You say the hippopotamus is.
He can run fast too. Oh my god.
Possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single fuck. If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are, in fact, violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercocks that can...
They really are. Don't mess with them. They're not nice.
And
nothing else to say. Don't mess with
bite
them.
you in half.
Yes, it will.
A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass,
you're dead.
You are the
so
waterman.
dead.
And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly,
Hippo of 87. What is it with you guys on
matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
The video was just like a fluke. It was, oh my goodness.
Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a fucking bus. There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over. In summary, don't f with the hungry hippo. This spider can remove your limbs. But how? Introducing the brown recluse, native to the United States of America, and a prime example of don't judge a book by its cover. Because despite only coming in at a huge 2 centimeters in length and rocking the spider equivalent of default character customization, this little f***er is a level 500 rot build that gives Melania a run for her money.
Yeah, the round recluse. I was gonna make a comment, but I won't.
See, a bite from a recluse starts in the most American way possible, with you accidentally stepping foot onto his private property, causing him to exercise his Second Amendment rights.
I knew someone. I knew someone who actually nearly lost their hand to a brown recluse. They nearly lost their hand.
But considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's gonna settle on biting your ass. Now, that initial bite's pretty painless. You smack him away, all's well.
Nope.
There is just one small problem. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through your veins, which at first does nothing. You walk back to your house.
You have those in every corner of your car, or you're in every corner of your garage. Yeah, no, they're nasty.
Sick.
They're nasty. They're terrible.
Swells, and the blood vessels around the bite burst, turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that color shifts from red to purple to black, as the venom literally destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis. This causes the skin to literally rot and fall off of your body. And if you don't...
Yeah, I like I said, I know someone who almost lost their hand because of a brown recluse. They woke up and the brown recluse bit them in their sleep.
Don't catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread. If you're lucky, it'll only make you violently ill and leave permanent scarring. If you're unlucky, it just keeps spreading and the venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs down. Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but you weren't using that arm anyway, right?
Yeah. It's not nice.
Wombats defend themselves by throwing it back. But to understand how the fuck they actually do it, you're gonna need to learn a little bit about them first. You see,
I don't know a thing about them. They look cute though.
Australia is home to 3 species of these bad boys, all of them equally adorable, and very importantly, all being burrowers, meaning they dig out a nice little hole for themselves and the family to live in, because, like the rest of us, they can't afford a fucking house in this economy, man. They grow to around 1.3 meters in length, but despite being small, they are built like fucking tanks, weighing in at a chunky ass 30.
I couldn't find it in time. I couldn't find it in time. Thanks for the biddies. Thanks for the biddies.
5 kilos, but despite their weight, I shit you not, they have a top speed of 40k an hour. Now, the fact that they can nearly get booked in a school zone, coupled with them being a tank-class marsupial, forms the start of their defense strategy. So you see, a fun fact about wombat anatomy is they spect all their defense points into their ass. Rather than having fat and muscle, a wombat's cheeks are made out of 4 thick plates of fused cartilage, making it extremely solid. And this Kevlar BBL allows for the fucking funniest defense mechanism I have ever seen on an animal. Basically, if a predator tracks down Mr. Wombat to his burrow, it'll stick its head in and start trying to dig him out. In response, the wombat will line his ass up with the tunnel door, chuck the gear shifter into reverse, and fucking
welcome. Thank you for the follow. You officially have joined the cult of the cow. There is no escape. Shit.
Tracks down Mr. Wombat to his burrow, it'll stick its head in and start trying to dig him out. In response, the wombat will line his ass up with the tunnel door, chuck the gear shifter into reverse, and fucking floor it backwards up the tunnel into his aggressor, slamming his ass into its head. The impact then squashes the predator between his steel cheeks and the roof of the burrow, straight up crushing its skull like a Mortal Kombat fatality. I cannot make this shit up. Australia just found a new record.
That's not what I was expecting, okay? What the fuck? I was just expecting, and I was that twist at the end. I was thinking, I was just like pushing him out, you know, surprising it. No, he's just fucking hell. Wow. Jeez.
Breaking insect. But before I show him to you, how the fuck do we keep finding new bugs? You see, Australia is home to an estimated 200,000 species of insect, which is pretty damn impressive, especially when you consider the only place you're gonna
cough Patty to give me the wombat treatment. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
find more bugs than that is by counting the fucking roach population in Asmongold's walls.
Welcome, Tyler. How you doing?
Now, the scary part of this is that out of that 200k, we've only actually identified 62,000, meaning that we have no idea what nearly 3/4 of the bugs in the country actually fucking do.
You like jazz?
And so it should come as no surprise that while exploring Australia's dense rainforests, 2 scientists discovered a new record holder for the largest insect in the land down under, and it's a fucking stick bug.
Ew.
Introducing Akro.
Nope. Keep it away! Keep it away! Keep it away! I don't like it! Get it away from me! I don't like them. Oh, it's giving me chills. Wrapping up in blankets. I don't like it.
Alta, and coming in at a full 40 centimeters and 44 grams in weight. I don't think that qualifies as a stick insect anymore. That's fucking Groot. Australia's very own Erd tree avatar was discovered in Queensland. Because of course it fucking was. And despite being enough inches in length to make any man jealous, it's actually completely harmless. However, given how many oversized bugs...
I don't care if it's harmless or not. It's a... I told you, I don't like stick bugs. I don't like
We
stick
already
bugs.
have. If we find any more, I think they're gonna send the fucking Helldivers. This bear was actually a soldier. But how? You see, it was 1942, and the 22nd Polish Artillery Company were passing through the mountains of Iran on their way to the front lines to fight the Nazis. While passing through a town on their way, they were stopped by a young Iranian shepherd looking to trade with them for rations and a Swiss Army knife. When the Poles asked what he had
This will be the last one. This is not, again, a few of these aren't Australia. I think I have like a wrong playlist or something.
to offer in return, the young shepherd produced
Ow,
a burlap sack containing an orphaned Syrian brown bear cub. You see, this bear's mother was shot by hunters, which is how he ended up in a low-tech Pokeball being offered as a trade deal. The Polish looked at the bear and, clearly seeing the potential for insane
Sorry, you don't like what now? Stick bugs. Don't like stick bugs.
dad law, said,
Damn good deal.
and in the most worthwhile trade deal in history,
At first, I thought you were doing like, here, have this baby cub, have fun with a mother kind of deal. No, I didn't realize you were
in exchange
with
for
your
a f***ing Pokemon, adopting him into their ranks and naming him Voytech. And the 22nd immediately
What does
set
that
about
translate
raising this little man as a proper bear and soldier.
Maggots!
As a baby, they would feed him condensed milk out of an empty vodka bottle, as well as feeding him on the cartoon bear diet consisting of fruit, honey, and marmalade. They also appointed a soldier as his caretaker, who wasted no time in showing Voytech how to fit in with the rest of the army, teaching Yogi's little cousin to wave, salute, and even march. While not undergoing rigorous military training, Voytech would hang out with the soldiers. He drank coffee with them in the morning, trained with them in the day, and when they all got shit-faced in the evening, he would f***ing wrestle with them. Do you know how much a brown bear has to love you to wrestle you? On top of double rations, they would also feed Voytech treats in the form of beer and cigarettes. They let the bear have smoko. Eventually, army hired.
How do you teach a bear to smoke? And I don't think that's even possible.
High command heard about this and were having absolutely none of it. You see, pets were not allowed in the army, which meant Voytech had to go. Or did he? Because the 22nd Artillery Company officially enlisted him.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Voytech was given a serial number and granted the rank of private, so when confronted about the very conspicuous bear in their ranks, they simply went, "That's not a bear, that's Private Voytech." And Voytech took his new role very seriously, as during the Battle of Monte Cassino in 1944, Voytech began using his bulk to transport artillery shells and ammo to soldiers engaged in combat. They had a fucking resupply bear. For his bravery, he was promoted to the rank of corporal, and the 22nd changed their insignia to a bear carrying an artillery shell. This absolute unit smoked, drank, and dropped artillery on the Nazis. Based.
Okay, that's enough for now of that's enough of his more buzz. It's fucking hell. I would love to see that bear though. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Y'all have a good one.